Welcome to the Omnia Sol Art Show, the glitch art video talk show hosted by Omnia Sol.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Omnia Sol Art Show, also known as TOSAS. I am your hostess with the mostess, Omnia Sol. This is the only glitch art video talk show that is hosted by Omnia Sol. There may be other glitch art video talk shows. I don't know. I haven't done enough research. Who's to say if there are other glitch art video talk shows? But I can guarantee this is the only one hosted by your host. Hosted by your host, Omnia Sol. And on today's episode, we are glitching. I was going to say a variety of VHS tapes, but I will say two. We are glitching a couple of VHS tapes. Two VHS tapes. We are glitching the popcorn classic, Hackers, starring Angelina Jolie. And we are glitching the magnificent, unforgettable The Lawnmower Man. And the theme of today's episode is Dead Internet. I wanted to go with two kind of cyberpunk-y movies to fit this theme. Because I don't know if you all know this, but there is a very stupid conspiracy theory going around that the internet is dead. And there are parts of it I will agree with. The internet is dead in a sense. What I will say is that the internet definitely has changed so much and continues to change and will change. It's so much different from even this movie Hackers, and it's nowhere near Lawnmower Man, even though that's where Mark Zuckerberg is trying to take us with Meta, which, to be honest, I think will probably go out of business in the next 10 years. I don't see Instagram fucking sucks. Facebook is trying to do this whole VR shit. It's gonna go out of business. TikTok seems to be doing fine. No one goes to Tumblr anymore since they kicked off the porn. Twitter just keeps getting better. I like the Spaces feature. But anyways, this conspiracy theory, the dead internet theory, is essentially that the internet died in around 2015 or 2016, and the majority of content that we see on the internet is all bots. It's all AI generated content, which I know we touched on in the last episode a couple weeks ago with Devin Larson, talking about this kind of like cyberpunk future digital afterlife of there is so much AI content on the internet. What's it going to look like when it's just AI content? What's it going to look like if humans were to die off, or if there was one last human who like woke up from a cryogenic sleep and turned on the TV and it was all AI generated content? What would that look like? But the dead internet conspiracy thinks that that's already the case, and that what it uses to back it up is just very like mundane tweet. You see it all the fucking time. You go with the most mundane generalization tweet and that blows up. And usually it's because it started to get big by one Twitter account, and then one fucking asshole Twitter account with 20,000 followers compared to like the 1,000 followers or whatever tweets the same exact thing word for word. That blows up. People see that blowing up. They want the notes. So instead of retweeting it or retweeting the original source, they write it themselves. But it's always some like fucking mundane. I don't even want to use the word mundane. I'll use it corny. It's always some corny shit Like, why should we text when we should just hold hands? And just the spread of memes and everything. Like, there is a lot of AI. I'm not saying there's not AI on the internet, and I'm not saying there's not bots on the internet. But is the internet truly dead? Are the majority of Twitter users, Instagram accounts that you interact with fake? Are they all just robots? Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't think so. I met a lot of people off the internet in real life. Some it's just voice calls, but I've met people face to face. Twitter mutuals that we have met face to face. Instagram friends that I only know from Instagram that I've met in real life. I don't think the internet is dead, but I do think it's dying in a sense. I do think it's transforming a lot. It's transformed so much over just even the past 10 years. You think about we're down to just 3 or 4 apps on our phones. The wild west of the internet is gone. No one's really going to websites like they used to because, it's gone. That life is over. Yeah, remember the good old days when we used to surf the web, go on AIM, go in different chat rooms. It truly was the Wild West for the internet. I remember when we got our first, we always had computers because my dad has a background in computer programming, computer science, but our first good computer that could run Flash animation. And I just remember going to homestarrunner.com and just watching hours and hours of strong bad emails to the point where my dad was like, hey, you can't spend all day watching cartoons online. You got to go out. You got to go outside. You got to do something other than spending all your time on homestarrunner.com watching strong bad emails. But anyways, so yeah, I was thinking just when I came across this absurd conspiracy theory, which who knows, maybe it's absurd right now, but it might not be absurd in the future when the internet is truly dead. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about my art in general and how it kind of, a lot of it relates to cyberpunk. I feel like vaporwave goes hand in hand with cyberpunk, with retro futurism, taking these old technologies of CRT, cathode ray tube televisions, and creating something new out of it, something that hasn't been seen before. The Fluxus, well, not the Fluxus do it, the Fritz D controller, one of the circuit benders, my circuit bender Uffy, which was used on today's episode, is a sci-fi enhancer. It enhances the sci-fi aesthetic through glitch art, through circuit bending. The technique for this week's episode visually was my Raspberry Pi device that Andre J developed, the Wave Pool, running the 2 different VCRs, running through a switcher, so I can switch back and forth in between it, create interesting trail effects of just the image kind of burned in with the other image breaking in, almost a data moshing technique aesthetically. It's not actual data moshing, it's more video delay, but it reminds me aesthetically of data moshing, running that out to the Fritz D controller from BPMC, which I have named my Fritz D controller Uffy. If you get one of your own, you can name it whatever you want. I named all of my circuit benders after pop stars, but I haven't named my wave pool. It's just the wave pool. I should come up with a name for it. But yeah, so I'll run that out, running through to my trusty original CRT TV Sylvia, and filmed off the screen, rescanned off the screen. That's what you're looking at. We also have later in the show a video that I have made. That is why this other than the conspiracy theory, this is why this episode has this name and has this theme. I made a song. I guess you could call it a song. It's going to be on Sunshine Tapes Volume 3, probably a shorter version because this is like the long version of the video, but I made a glitch art video using this video that my good friend, supporter of the show, fellow Locust Arts and Letters Collective member, Adam Turrell, sent this video, YouTube video that was a kid's guide to the internet that I think it was made through like AOL or something, but it's this family that they're learning about the internet, and how you can safely surf the web as a kid, and teaches you all the ins and outs of the early internet era. But I ran it on an old MacBook. I tried to data mosh it using GoldMosh, which was one of the first and only softwares for Macs to do data moshing. Does not work anymore because Mac now is like everything's got to be 64-bit software. I think this was like a 32-bit program, but I have an old Mac that I restored the original, I think it's like Lion or something operating system, so I could run Gold Rush. I cannot get Gold Rush to work. I cannot get it to actually data mosh. But what I can get it to do is be very fucking like glitchy and play random parts of the video. There's a bloom effect where like you there's a slow bloom where you can set it and it will like sort of loop it, but then like play like it. I don't know. You'll just see it. You'll just see it when you see the video. You'll see what I'm talking about because there's picture and picture and picture, and the smallest picture, the circle picture. Watch that. You'll know what I'm talking about. That's what I used the Gold Mosh software for. And I will use that in other effects. I'm still trying to figure out if there's a way to data mosh on a Mac. Hopefully one day I'll figure it out. I know there is ways to do it. I just have not figured that out yet. Especially with every time Macs update, they make glitch art more difficult. I don't know why Macs hate glitch art so much, but they really do. They really do. But anyways, we're going to have that going on later in the show. I'm excited for you all to see that. If you don't want to even watch this episode, you just want to watch the video, it's already up on YouTube. I made 3 different versions, 3 like shorter versions, and then the one I put in the episode is the long full version. So yeah, that's later in the show. But right now we're going to go ahead and move to our next segment of the show. This, of course, is the part of the show that it's a fan favorite segment. It is time for What am I drinking tonight? Tonight, I am drinking a lemon lime electrolyte sports beverage, which I will not say the name of because they are not a sponsor of the show. They have not donated on Patreon. They are not keeping this show alive, but they are keeping me alive by giving me electrolytes. And this sports drink is semi-frozen. I like to put my electrolyte sports drinks in the freezer, get them like half frozen and shake them up, make a little slushy out of it. But I noticed I actually left this is the lemon lime flavor, but I left a blue one in the freezer for like 2 days. It's frozen solid. So that one's in my fridge right now, thawing out, and I might have to put it back into the freezer to make it that nice slushy flavor because I'm not going to get to it tonight. By tomorrow, it'll be back to liquid. It's like, what's the point? Hopefully it'll be cold because I feel like the drinks in my fridge have not been as cold as I want them to be, and I hate that. I don't want a room temperature beverage. When I grab a bev from the fridge, I want it to fucking freeze my goddamn taste buds off. I want it to kick me in the goddamn mouth with how fucking cold it is. And that's not what I'm getting. So maybe I turned up the cooling in my fridge a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't frostbite my food at all. But I need my bevs cold. I need my bevs ice cold. And that has been the segment.
What am I drinking tonight?
We are going to see if we can get my cat Prometheus to purr into the microphone. Because he's right here. He's rubbing up against the mic. I don't know if it'll pick up or not. Hopefully it does, because it's very cute and I love Prometheus so much. We are going to go ahead and play our first song of the night. This is by an artist, Pat Main, off the album The Wicked Geometer. And you can find this album at patmain.bandcamp.com. So check it out. The song is called Moonwrecker, and I think you'll really like it. And we will be back with you after the song. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. And we are back. Shout out to Pat Main for providing the music for the show. patmain.bandcamp.com. The song was called Moon Wrecker off the album The Wicked Geometer. And we are going to go ahead, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and play the video that I teased in the beginning of the show, the introduction of the show, the video for which the episode of the show gets its name. Without further ado, here is my new video art piece, Dead Internet, the full in all its glory. I made 3 different versions of this, and this is a version that pieced all 3 different versions together to make a super fucking long vapor noise music video. So I hope you enjoy it. And we will be back with you after the video, after Dead Internet by Omnia Sol off of Sunshine Tapes, Volume 3, coming this December.
Get set. We're riding on the internet, cyberspace, set free, virtual reality, interactive architect, searching for a website, leading to the world that can get online. Take the spin. again. Hey there, it's us again. Hey there, it's us again. Hey there, it's us again. Get set! We're riding on the internet. Hey there, it's us again. Get set! Internet, cyberspace, set free, Hey there, it's us again. This is my brother Peter, Mom and Dad, and I'm Josh. Today, we're gonna be showing our friends, Andrew and Lisa, the basics of the internet, and we thought you might want to come along. Searching for a website related to the world that to get online. Take the spin now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet. Hey there, it's us again. This is my brother Peter, Mom and Dad, and I'm Josh. Today, we're gonna be showing our friends, Andrew and Lisa, the basics of the internet, and we thought you might want to come along. It'll be cool. Here's a little background. We It's true, everybody had their own tasks to do. Now that I've gone on the internet, I'd rather be on my computer than doing just about anything. It's one rocket up and searching for a website related to the world that to get online. Take the spin now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet. Really cool. The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities. So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives. Maybe it will yours too. The Kid's Guide to the Internet. Take a spin down your input, the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet. It'll be cool. Now here's a little background. We installed internet access on our computer. I got the whole family.
And we are back. That was my new video for Dead Internet. The first song off of Sunshine Tapes Volume 3. We've already made it to Volume 3. I'm trying to put a Sunshine Tape out. It's technically not... the title is Sunshine Tapes, but it's technically not even a tape because it's not even a cassette. It's just on Bandcamp. It's just WAV files uploaded to Bandcamp. But... regardless, I'm trying to put out one every season for at least the first 4, because the first one came out in the summer. Sunshine Names 2, Volume 2 came out in the fall. And then this new one came out is coming out in the winter, coming out in December. So be on the lookout for that. If that video was a little too long for you, rewatching, I was like, man, this thing is very long. It's very long. I guess my apologies. It's my art show, so I can, my videos can be as long as I want them to be. If you start your own glitch art video talk show, you can have 1 minute videos, just 1 minute a week, 1 minute. But anyways, let's go ahead and do a segment of the show that we haven't done in quite a long time because I've had so many just awesome interviews with awesome artists and musicians so this is my first solo show that I've done in a little bit. At least it feels like that. I know it's been a little, I'm trying to do these shows weekly and sometimes I get busy. For instance, the footage from the Dead Internet the Dead Internet video, the footage and audio of the train, I actually took on the train because I went to Springfield for a Halloween birthday bonanza. My birthday was October 8th. My mom, my sister, and my niece all have October birthdays. So we had a nice Halloween birthday bonanza, and I took that video on the way back on the train. And I really like the composition of the video in general. I want to do more with that circle composition and the picture in picture. I just think it looks really cool. I want to do more of that. But we're going to go ahead and move to our next segment of the show. It is the segment of the show where I read your fortune. It is time for
Card of the Show.
All right, so how this is going to work is I'm going to shuffle the tarot deck 3 times. And while I shuffle it 3 times, think of a question that you have for the cards that you want answered. And whatever card we get, that will be your answer. So let's go ahead and shuffle number 1. Shuffle number 2. And without further ado, shuffle number 3. All right, so when looking at this card, think about whatever question you had in mind, and this card is the answer to this question. And we got the Chariot, which always usually means yes. If it's yes or no question, it means like immediate victory of the seeker, but it kind of means go, go, go. It kind of means something new is on the horizon for you. So let's go ahead and see what the book has to say. Triumph, victory, success, control over natural forces, balance, triumph over obstacles in all forms, whether ill health, financial, etc. This is a card of victory. The aspects for travel are beautiful. Your efforts will pay dividends. Success comes through the application of oneself. The task falls to you alone. This is the one card in the major arcana that foretells immediate victory of the seeker. So it's pretty interesting to me getting this card now because I feel like it keeps showing up. I do a reading every new moon. I want to do it. I'm thinking of doing a 5-card reading, one every new moon and then one every full moon. But I've just been doing it new moons for a while. But I want to switch to it both. My last 5-card reading, I did not get the Chariot. But the reading before that, the last 5-card reading before that, I did get the Chariot. It's been showing up a lot. I have a tattoo that I'm in the process of getting covered up that we're going more a general kind of abstract sun theme to go with Omnia Sol, but the original idea for it was the Chariot card was a sun god such as Ra or Helios or something in a chariot sun boat. And yeah, a lot of things seem to be changing in my life. I wonder if you are, as a viewer, if a lot of things seem to be changing for you as well. And hopefully you can take this card and apply it to your life and see how it benefits your life. Yeah. Either way, that has been your... It's time for words. It's time for words. It's time for words. All right, we are going to go ahead and play our last song of the night. This is another song by Pat Main off the album The Wicked Geometer. And this is, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but it looks like Pozeitron. I'm going to go with Pozeitron. I'm going to call it Pozeitron. Off the album The Wicked Geometer, patmain.bandcamp.com. The link will be in the show notes. Go listen to it. Go buy it. Go support Pat Main for making awesome music for the Omnia, just making awesome music in general and letting me use it on the Omnia Sol art show and making this show the collaborative artistic experience that you are enjoying today. And we'll be back with you to close out the show after the song. So enjoy it. We'll be back with you soon. All right, and we are back. Thank you so much to Pat Main for providing music for the show, patmain.bandcamp.com. The link will be in the show notes. The album, once again, was The Wicked Geometer. The song was Pozeitron. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Gonna guess that's how you pronounce it. So thank you to Pat Main. Thank you all for joining me on another episode of the Omnia Sol Art Show. We will hopefully be back with you next week. Gonna try to get episodes out on Wednesdays. I was going for Sundays for a while, but it turns out I'm a very busy person. I'm an extremely busy person, and work is it's so hectic right now. But anyways, I always have Sundays off. I always take Sundays off, and for the longest time I was trying to get episodes out on Sundays. But I think what I'm going to do is on Sundays focus on getting the episodes made so that I can have them out on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays is the god, is ruled by the god or planet of Mercury, the god of communication. And I think that is, although the show, the Omnia Sol art show, everywhere Sunday, it makes sense to make the episode on Sunday. But as far as getting out, I think it's better communicated out on Wednesdays. Granted, the episode you're watching right now will probably be out on Thursday, because I'm recording on Wednesday, and I gotta export it, I gotta upload it, I gotta do all the things that I gotta do. But that's the plan. That's the goal. If you like the show, like and subscribe to the channel. I know you hear that every single time you watch a YouTube video. People are always like and subscribe, like and subscribe. It's so cliche, but it does help. It helps me because I'm getting up there. I want to thank you all who have already liked and subscribed, because I've said for the longest time, I'm like, oh yeah, like I want to get to a point where I can have a custom URL. I can't do that until I get to 100 subscribers. And I remember doing that just a few episodes ago, stuck at 25 subscribers, saying, with one day I'll get to 100. Now I'm up to 47. That is amazing. Thank you all for liking and subscribing. That means so much. You're helping me get there. We're doing this as a team. So yeah, like and subscribe. If you think you got a friend who likes glitch art, who wants to experience a glitch art video talk show hosted by Omnia Sol, share it with a friend. You got music, your music you want to put on the show, your friend's music, your parents' music, your cousin's music. You think it'd be good for the show? Send me an email, omniasolart@gmail.com. All the old episodes, of course, on the YouTube channel, on my website, omniasol.art, on Side Street TV. If you want to subscribe to Side Street TV, they got some awesome glitch art stuff, not just my stuff, a ton of stuff for $5 a month subscription service. That's very cool. Locust Review. Subscribe to the print journal, issue 7. We're doing a call for submissions right now. So if you're a poet, you're an illustrator, you're a cartoonist, you're an artist, you're a writer, you got a short story you want to put out there in Locust Review, you can submit to Locust 7. But also the show's on Locust Review on the website, so you watch it there too. So many places to watch the show that you're watching right now. If you want to support the show financially, patreon.com/OmniaSolArt means the world to me. Thank you to all the Patreon patrons who make this show possible, who keep me going, who inspire me every day to keep exploring this world of video art, this world of new media art, this world of glitch art, and this world of the internet that is supposedly dead. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week on the Omnia Sol Art Show. Take care, everyone.